only attract who you are. You can't expect yourself to attract someone great if you are not even trying to become better.
Yes, I'm in now, flip to edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out.
I'm gonna be straight up. You're probably going to have to crash out a million times for you to not want to be desperate for love anymore. When you're desperate for love, yes, you can still attract love, you can still manifest love, but it's just not going to be the right type of love. I feel like everyone goes through the same things in terms of love, just in different stories and different people. When you attract someone when you're desperate for love, it's going to be a mirror of your desperateness for love. It's going to be everything that you avoid working on within yourself, and it's not really going to work out in the best way that it can for you. The first thing I had to do was crash out about a million times with the wrong type of people, the people that did not bring the best version out of me. Every time I crashed out, I had a list. I had a list that I was generating in my notes app. And every time I had like an inconvenient situation with someone or just a person that I wanted to change them into the perfect person for me, but obviously we can't do that. Because I couldn't change them, I wrote it into my notes app. So I would start to generate in my notes app, I'd start to generate texts me consistently, checks on me in the morning, wants to take care of me, wants to make sure that I am fed throughout the day, is a provider, knows how to express their feelings, is proud to have me. Every time I would experience a person's characteristic that showed me the opposite of that, like someone who would not communicate their feelings or their intentions with me, and I would try to get them to do that, but you can't control people, you can only control how you react. I would go into my notes app and say, it's very clear what their intentions with me. I had this notes app for about 2 years, 3 years generating this app, this notes app, this section in my notes. It wasn't until I started I was like, you know what? I'm done looking. I am done looking. I clearly have an issue with the people that I am attracting because there's something wrong inside. You can only attract who you are. You can't expect yourself to attract someone great if you are not even trying to become better. Maybe a lot of toxic traits. Maybe you avoid yourself and completely neglect yourself, and that's also a toxic trait. Maybe you're like that because I definitely neglected myself for people who really did not give two about me, until I got to the point where I was super strict with who I gave my time to. Because when you're desperate for love, you let anybody in, not anybody, but you are open to whoever shows up because you're like, oh, maybe this is the person who's going to love me. Is this the person that you want to love though? Is this the person that you want to dedicate your heart to though?
Do you know your plans or not? You gonna go back home or not? You gonna claim your throne or not? Is you Khaleesi or that other bitch whose name I don't remember?
That's how you need to think of it. Oh, who's gonna love me? If you know that you're a catch, it doesn't matter who gets the opportunity and the blessing to love you. It's more about who's gonna get the blessing for you to love them. So I had to switch my mindset because I was just like, bro, I am a fucking catch. I am a catch. I'm a catch.
Just remember that you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
So my notes app, getting myself out there. I don't really think I'm gonna meet someone of the type of dude that I wrote in my app, in my notes app. I don't think he's in the bar right now. I didn't have the specifics of what he's what he looked like and all this stuff. That's not what I cared about. I cared about what he was going to be able to provide for me and my future. His intentions, his morals. That's really what I put in there. And I would know if I liked how he looked. I obviously wrote down that I would be attracted to him, but I wouldn't say has to have dark hair, has to have light eyes, which these are not factors that determine if you love someone or how well they love you. At the time where I manifested him, I'm gonna paint the picture for you. I had decided to be super strict with who got my love. That was a conversation I had with me and God. I was okay with being alone. I was working on myself. I decided to move out to my first big girl apartment. I was working on me and my future. I was working on my career. I was working on improving myself within my career. I was working as an agent in a hotel. I was a front desk agent and I wanted to get a promotion. I had just gotten like a little mini promotion and I wanted to get another promotion. I was working on my career. I was working on my home. I was working on my credit. I was working on my savings account. I was working on my internal, like learning how to love myself better, learning how to improve myself better. I was watching things. I was working on my social media. Those were a couple things I was working on physically. But anytime I would interact with someone and they would show me a smidge of a red flag, I would be strict. I was trusting my intuition so well at that point. You give me a little bit of narcissist, I'm sorry, I don't think they're a good fit. Your car is dirty, the first impression, you just met me and your car is dirty, that just shows it's gonna be downhill from there. I don't think we're gonna be a good fit. I wasn't scared to have that conversation or to ghost people who didn't meet my standards because I told myself that it was going to be either I am alone or I meet someone who meets my standards. And my standards were not high. It wasn't like, oh, he needs to make $1 million a month with a net worth of 80 million. No, those were not my standards. So I knew that my standards could be met because they were what a decent gentleman standards would be. So I wasn't afraid to just be alone until I met that person. And I trusted God. God was going to bring that person to me, either now or 2 years from now. It is what it is. But at least I was working on myself within that. And I think at that point where I had that conversation with myself and I said with God, I was just like, listen, I know this is gonna be like a lengthy journey because I know there's not a lot of quality people out there. There's not a lot of people like me. So I can only imagine there's not gonna be a lot of people like the person that I'm looking for. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with taking a while. I'm okay with being alone for now. I'm okay with waiting until you bring that person to me. I'm okay with it. For right now, I'm learning clearer and clearer what I like and what I don't like. And I'm cool with that. And then he magically came into my life and I didn't know that it was him until I kept, like time went on and I kept learning more and more about him. I kept falling for him. I felt comfortable with him. I felt like this was a reflection of me that I love. That's why I say love is only going to come to you once you stop being desperate for it. Because when you're willing to say no to people, when they show you what you don't like, that's when you're clear on what you do like. When God brings you that person that you do like and shows you what you do like, what you've been making clear in that notes app list, that's when you find that person. This is like, it's your life. Don't be scared to let people go when they show you that they're not meant to be in your life anymore. And then when you find that person that is meant to be in your life, you feel so much better because you had complete control over it. You have complete control whether this person comes into your life and you give them love or you decide, no. So in light of Valentine's Day, I just wanted to have that there for you. You know, this was a quick video, but thank you for watching. I know I've been going through a lot mentally to be uploading on YouTube, but I just wanted to upload something because I'm like, let me just talk. I just been wanting to talk and I don't know why I've been running away from it. I think I'm scared for people to really know what goes on in my mind or like these deep conversations. I'm scared to be judged maybe. So here it is. I'm gonna post it and I'm not gonna think about it. But thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. I still have so many ideas and so many things to post about. So I hope you like this and comment if you have some things you want to add to your list. We'll keep adding to the list together, girls and guys, whatever. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.